Velocity TV begins now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Call me the Joker, call me the fool. When she calls, I always seem to lose my cool. Baby, I'm just
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing, the one-on-one, the best of the best in the business here, Full Velocity Racing Network. And I tell you what, we have something great in store for you here tonight. The Kentucky Dirt Big Block Showdown, the Big Block Modifieds, the beasts from the Northeast, as they would call them up here in upstate New York. And Man, I can't wait. I've been locked and loaded. As soon as I seen this post out there, Drew Hopkins got a hold of us here at the Full Velocity Race Network. We're so proud to be a part of this one. Jack had to go out by the track and buy the car. We got all set up, and then we got Bradley Wilson, good old B. Willie, to join us here on the call. Good evening, B. Willie.
What's up, man?
Not much. I'm stoked for this.
This is going to be fun. This is a big names racing some big money on a Thursday night. One of the newest tracks on the iRacing.com service. Man, did you see this field?
Yeah, this field is star-studded. D1RT drivers in it. You got a lot of setup makers in here, too. Rocket setups out there. I see some Rocket setup cars. I see some D1RT. Those guys are making setups now. All kinds of setup package guys out there. I just look at the names like Gavin Cardwell, Shad Prescott, Trevor Fitz, Blake Majulis, Mason Crawford. I mean, names like that that top the iRacing community.
A little bit of everybody's represented here tonight. Like you said, you got setup makers in the house. You know, you've got live streamers. There's a lot of people from a lot of different platforms, and you know, it's fun for sure.
Yeah, definitely going to be fun. Chris Cristiano out there, one of the streamers. Cristiano Gaming. You have Richard Murtaugh Jr. out here. Zach McSwain. I'm just going through a list of drivers, just looking up and down through. Brett Rolls, a Tennessee Tumbler. We've seen him a lot. Travis Creech, excuse me. Darren Litterall. I mean, just the who's who's. Dustin Sizemore. You know, that's a popular name in iRacing because it's always Sizemore's fault.
Yeah, hashtag Sizemore's fault. We'll see. He's going to be one to keep your eye on tonight in this field. But, you know, like you mentioned, getting back to different setup guys, you know, this car just came out, less than 24 hours ago, or a little over 24 hours ago. So if you're one of them setup makers in the house, you're definitely fixing to put your money where your mouth is and see if you can best some of the best tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You're seeing some of these drivers that I haven't seen in a long time do really, really good here in the big block modifieds. A lot of people really excited about this car, and they've done a fantastic job. So we're going to roll right off into heat race number 1 here, Brad, and it's going to be another star-studded field. It looks like 11 cars will be out there for this, and it looks like 3 will transfer on here from this heat race. The 3D Racing starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 51 machine. That is Colton Davis. His dancing part of the outside, driving the number 14. That's Shad Prescott. Inside row number 2, the third starting spot. That's the number 37. That's Logan Rumsey. And his dancing part of the outside, driving the number 18. That's Zach McSwade. Inside row number 3, the fifth starting spot. That's the number 17, of Dixon Slinger. And Dakota Elsley aboard the number 26. Going to roll off position number 6. Inside row at number 4 in the 7th starting spot. That's Scooter Black aboard car number 4. And Darren Litterall aboard car number 68. He's going to roll off position number 8. Wade Burris aboard car number 28 rolling off 9th. Bradley Script in the number 02 machine going to roll off 10th. And Travis Biddigger aboard the number 54 machine. And man, a lot of new names out here, tongue twisters for me. So I apologize if I get them wrong, but that's going to be 11 cars here in heat race number 1.
11 cars going to take the track. They're going to do battle over 10 laps. Top 3 going to go to the A main. Man, what do you think? What do you think, Todd? What are we going to see with this new track?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time on the new track. Obviously, I had some critters destroy my steering wheel when I was vacating and not doing this. I was looking forward to this release. Didn't get a chance besides the controller out here. I think we're going to see some great racing from what I've seen from you guys playing around on the track. We're going to see some great racing. These big block modifieds, like I said, the beasts from the Northeast here. It's going to be fantastic. And, man, I just can't wait to watch this race here unfold in front of us. Here's the iRacing.com. Chevy Silverado pulls up. Green flags in the air. First ever race for the big block modified on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
They hurry, they scurry through 1 and 2. A little bit of contact there. Third on back. Everybody keeping it clean so far. Out front right now, it's all Colton Davis. Works his way down the front straightaway to complete lap number 1.
Yeah, Colton Davis in that number 27 machine, leading the charge here by about 4 car lengths over Shad Prescott. Remember, this is a fixed setup lead here, a fixed setup night here tonight. Everybody on the same identical setup as the yellow flag going to come out here. Yellow flag laps will not count. Our first yellow flag of the evening I'm almost willing to bet that was on the number 5 machine. Yes, indeed, it was on the number 5 of Scooter Black. Scooter Black in that number 5 machine. First yellow flag here. Just kind of a lazy spin over there.
Well, you know, everybody's still getting used, like you said, fixed setups. Everybody's still getting used to these cars, man. It's going to be interesting to see who may have already got the handle on this thing. I know I got to play around with some of my bulletproof teammates, and we're definitely having a blast with it. So, you know, look for good things out of this car. It was a great addition to iRacing.
Yeah, it definitely was a great addition, and definitely closing the gap here. This is something I've grown up watching, the Big Block Modifieds. Only thing we're missing is the sail panels from the outlaw type tracks. But again, this is dirt car. So these are the Big Block Modifieds. They also have the 358 Modifieds. Watch them every Saturday night at the Thunder Mountain Speedway here in upstate New York, as they just won dirt car last year. So these guys, rather interesting to say the least, to see what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys are going to drive here tonight, because man, like I said, new car. People have probably 1,000 laps, 2,000 laps on this new track already.
Yeah, Scooter Black, unfortunately, is going to be sent to the pits for the rule. Green flag back in the air, though, is put back under Rickles. Davis going to find the whole outfit, lead us through 1 and 2. Kind of washes up off the bottom. Prescott gets through. They're going to work through 3 and 4. It'll be too wide through 3 and 4.
Yeah, Shannon Prescott was looking to the outside, high-low switch there, right there, cutting the nose off of Logan Rumsey. Rumsey right now running in the 3rd spot as a slide job by the 14, fails over there in the corner. 27 to Colton Davis, back to the race lead. Here comes Chad Prescott, back down to the bottom side of the speedway.
Racing fierce. Heat race number 1 as we're halfway home, 5 down, 5 to go.
Now 5 to go here for the 27 to Colton Davis. Chad Prescott still running in the 2nd spot. Logan Rumsey in 3rd. A good battle for the 4th spot there between Zach McSwain and Dixon Slinger. Those guys were duking it out there for a little bit, but Zach McSwain now up to the 4th spot.
Everybody going to kind of single file out now. Looks like maybe your prime time passing is going to happen right after a restart. And as you would kind of expect, I kind of wondered with these big block mods, but everybody looks to be ripping the lip here early in Heat Race 1.
Yeah, right up on the cushion there. Watching the 14 machine. Here comes the 41 down to the inside of Logan Rumsey once again. Rumsey trying to make something there happen with the 14 machine of Chad Prescott. Not able to do anything so far, as it looks like Prescott's been able to slam the door and pull away just a little bit.
Yeah, pulling away is what Colton Davis is doing right now as he looks at 2 to go. This time by has the field in hand. Chad Prescott's got a miracle of Logan Rumsey. Don't know if he'll be able to catch him. How about Zach McSwain right there? Had a tough go Sunday night in the Miller Media Design Super Late Model Series in a big block mod tonight. Looks good so far.
That's coming off the corner here to take down into turn number 3 and 4. Number 51 of Colton Davis coming off of turn number 4. Heat race number 1 belongs to Colton Davis. Chad Prescott for 2. Logan Rumsey will be the final transfer spot there to punch his golden ticket in tonight's A main feature. The rest will go to consolation events.
Well, congratulations to Colton Davis. He's the inaugural winner of Big Block Modified Heat Races here on the FBRN Network.
Yeah, definitely congratulations there to Colton Davis bringing home the first win here. Got to thank, while we got a moment, just a spare moment here, got to thank Russell Snelling for the 1,050 star donations out there. Also got to thank Russell actually added 75 more there. And also got to thank Daniel Worthington for the stars. Appreciate all the star donations, guys. Keep those coming our way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network as we get ready for heat race number 2. Bradley, take it away.
Heat race number 2, as we start to look at them grid up on the front straightaway, will look like this. Starting on the front row is going to be Cole Cabaret. To his outside, he'll have Trevor Fitz. Row number 2 is going to be made up of J.D. Brown and Blake Murray. Richie Yost is going to make up the inside of row number 3. To his outside will be Brennan Price. Landon Caps is going to make up row number 4. To his outside, Wes Weingard. One row back from that is J.R. Taylor. To J.R.'s outside, you'll have the 3-car. Final spot on heat race number 2 belongs to Jared Reeves.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Reynolds was supposed to answer the call, not answering the call here for heat race number 2. And another star-studded field here as we're looking at, they got Cole Capri, they got Trevor Fitz there in the number 28 machine, the 14 of J.D. Brown. I mean, Blake Murray, all these guys, Bradley, just looking up and down. Richie Yost, a guy that's been familiar. I watched a lot of street stock races with him in it. He's here in the big block modified. So I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. Lots of different driving talents throughout these fields so far.
Definitely a lot of driving talents. But you know, the thing about it, as you said, this is a fixed setup race, man. Nobody can blame a setup, better setup, lack of, for a loss tonight is green flag in the air. Twin green, team race number 2, we're underway. They hurry, they scurry through 1 and 2. It's going to be Cole Cabaret up on the lip. Rockets down the back straightaway. He's going to have your lead going into 3.
Yeah, Cole Cabaret in the number 38 machine is going to lead it here, but yellow flag going to come out here, so we're going to slow these guys back down. See what happened here. It looks like Landon Caps may be involved there in the number 69 machine. Landon Caps is going to bring out a yellow flag here. Let's see what happened to Landon over here. Yep, just kind of got wrong place, wrong time there. Goes around, does a 360 and keeps it going.
The starts are rather interesting. You know, everybody kind of spots these cars, like I said, not really the characteristics that everybody's used to. I don't even know. We were running them at the Chili Bowl last night, funny enough, and I told Peacock, I said, man, they just kind of drive like big midgets at that place, but it's really interesting to see who's got the handle here early.
Yeah, right now it seems like, yeah, a lot of guys call these a sprint car there with a modified body obviously on it. They think they're sprint cars. They do have some kind of technology. They are open wheel. They do have a solid front axle, which makes it a little bit different. It's easy to break the axles. I've seen it quite a few times at the local tracks around here. So, yeah, you hit a U-tire, you hit one of those tires down there, it could damage the turning ratio of these big block modifieds. As we get ready to go, green flag racing off of turn number 4 again. Irish Guy flag, green flag out. And the number 38, Cole Capri. Right now, your race leader almost 3 wide there through turns 1 and 2. As we come down into 3, it is still Cole out front, number 5 for 2, J.D. Brown for 3.
They're going to race through 1 and 2. Everybody's still utilizing the top side right now. A lot of tush on the cush through 1 and 2. Rocket down the back straightaway. Now Cabaret going to take it to the bottom, runs the slider line. Lap starting to wind down quickly here. It's 4:10 in the book. Team race number 2.
These guys fighting pretty hot and heavy here as you're watching the 14 here of J.D. Brown. He's been looking over Trevor Fitz a couple of different times. Good hello to Gary Kenny out there. Appreciate you coming out and watching here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Another guy that works at the Afton Motorsports Park where I'm at. But the 14, again, the looks to the bottom, can't do anything as the 28 slammed the door a couple different occasions. Trevor Fitz doing a fantastic job there in the second spot.
Trevor Fitz is on the defense right now. Probably like to get a little offensive to see if he can chase down Cabaret. Not going to happen, though, as Cabaret still in command. Now here comes J.D. Brown. Going to take a look again. Nothing doing. Fitz going to shut the door. It's just a matter of time, though, before J.D. Brown quits knocking and just kicks it in.
Yeah, J.D. Brown now back down to the inside. Almost making a little bit of contact there through the corner. It looks like J.D. Brown is going to settle right behind the 28 of Trevor Fitz and try to get that run once again up on the top shelf of the speedway here as Cedar. And definitely the 14 machine a little bit faster than Trevor Fitz, but Fitz has that preferred groove.
Yeah, I think with this, with this fixed setup right now, J.D. Brown throwing it deep, sell it cheap, son. Not going to work out. Fitz going to go with the crossover. But I think with this fixed setup right now, what you're saying, maybe not being able to have the gearing selection at top line is what's making it. That's what's making it the preferred line.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of contact, as you would say, Bradley. That's the right side romance there for the 14 machine of J.D. Brown. Right into the side again. Checkered flag going to come out, though. It's going to be Cole Cabrera and then to Trevor Fitz and J.D. Brown, the 3 to punch their ticket into the A main.
That was a heck of a battle. All 3 of those drivers going to transfer on into the A main. But I told you, man, sooner or later you got to quit knocking. You just got to go ahead and kick it on in.
And that's what they did. It was a fantastic showing there, even for a second spot there. I want to welcome everyone to the Full Velocity Racing Network. We appreciate you tuning in here to the Big Block Modifieds, the first Big Block Modified show on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, the Kentucky Dirt Big Block Showdown here at Cedar Lake Speedway. And we're getting ready to roll into heat race number 3. Top 3 will qualify their way on into the A main. The rest go to the consolation events, and starting on the pole of this one will be Joe Berkeley in car number 9. The Rusty's number 9 with a duct tape number on the side. His dancing part of the outside, that's Jerry Flippo aboard the number 13 machine. Hopefully I got that right. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, that's John Rosario Jr. in car number 44. And the 50th machine of Cruz Caudell going to roll off in position number 4. Inside row number 3 in the fifth starting spot, that's the number 2 of CJ Howell. And Chase Hardy aboard the 116 machine on the outside of him in the position number 6. Inside the very next row, car number 7, the Tennessee Tumbler, that is Brett Rolls. And it's always Sizemore's fault. He's rolling off on the outside, position number 8 in car number 47. The Rocky Warner lookalike car in the 9th starting spot, that is Joseph Garcia. That's a Rocky Warner lookalike car. And then outside of him, Daniel Worthington on the outside. He's the iRacing on flag. Green flag is out, and Joe Berkeley leads the charge here off of turn number 2.
Got a mess parking lot exit at turn 2. No caution. We're going to race on. Berkeley's got the lead, but he's being challenged by Flippo. How do I give a call out to Berkeley? The Australian driver, so we've got him from all shapes and sizes, walks about, and, got a few countries represented.
Yeah, that's fantastic to see that. And I was making that reference as if anybody caught the Rocky Warner lookalike car, that Joseph Garcia car there, that Grove City 1J machine, normally racing at the Fonda Speedway. That car is on every Saturday night. So it's good to see cars that I know from the Northeast.
Yeah, and we've got them from the Northeast, the Southeast, got them from the Mid-South, got them from Australia. Everybody's here. The place to be, the Full Velocity Racing Network, as we cover Big Block Modified action presented by the Kentucky Dirt Series. Heat race number 3, we're about halfway home already, Todd. Still Joe Berkeley out front, Flippo the challenge. Right there with him, but once again, I believe the gearing's becoming an issue.
Yeah, I think it is becoming an issue. They're kind of outside bounds so far, and hopefully that will change. There we have an admin in charge that's normally pretty good out down there, Stephen Calavoda, with at least the track setup wise. But again, the new track, Cedar Lake, with the Big Block Modified, another new thing here to the iRacing simulation. So it's going to be a little bit to try to get some of these tracks into shape. But it is Joe Berkeley showing the quick way around right now. 3 laps to go here at the line, with Jerry Flippo running in the second spot with John Rosario Jr. right now holding camp there in that third spot, the final transfer spot.
I was watching times the last lap by. Berkeley about 2 tenths quicker than the field right now, starting to stretch it out just a little bit. It's going to be 2 laps to go as they work their way down the back straightaway. It's kind of top shelf through 1 and 2, bottom through 3 and 4, like you would see most tracks on the service. And right now, definitely putting on full display what these Big Block Modifieds can do.
Yeah, they are definitely doing a fantastic job as the white flag is up in the air here as Joe Berkeley completing here. We're going to complete and take down the win there in the number 9 machine. A heat race number 3 winner with a 13 of Jerry Flippo, and then John Rosario Jr. going to round out your 3 qualifiers into the A-main. Again, the rest go to the consolations here this evening.
Well, how about we've been talking about, different people in the server. How about out there in the chat? I saw Milner Media and Designs commenting. I know Tubbs been hard at work pumping these things out about as fast as he can get the orders in, and I've already seen quite a few great looking Milner Media and Design cars out here tonight.
Yeah, definitely Milner Media Design, putting together some nice wraps, JP Designs. Those guys have been real busy. I know all the wrap guys have been really, really busy here trying to pump out these Big Block Modifieds. Milner Media Design, our official yellow flag sponsor of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Glad to have him aboard. And hey, Jeff Brown out there, it says Full Velocity Racing Network, but we can't. Jeff is incognito tonight with 830 stars. Jeff Brown from iRacing iFlag, appreciate that one. And hey, look at that. Who's chiming in? None other than Rich Murchaw out there with 500 stars. We appreciate that, Rich. Definitely another guy from the Northeast, from the Fulton area, Rich Mert. I mean, he's doing some kart things, drawings right now. After this, go check it out and get involved in some of them auctions or some of those drawings.
Here we go. Heat race number 4 is going to line up like this. The front row will see Dylan Wilson and Blake Majulis. Row 2 is going to see Dustin Hall to the inside, Dylan Yeager to the outside, Jesse Enterkin and Tanner Carrera make up the next row. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 4 under the way. Oh, little Dustin Hall going to throw a little right rear to Dylan Yeager as they nope. Everybody going to continue on.
Yeah, everybody pretty much continuing on right now. That 133 machine is you're watching Dylan Yeager right now. The rocket setup number 48 machine. Rocket setup's on the side of that machine. He's trying to catch the 331 of Dustin Hall right there directly in front of him. Again, this is a fixed setup here this evening, but a lot of good guys out here racing the big block modifieds at a brand new Cedar Lake Speedway. And the 41 from D1RT, that is Dylan Wilson leading so far over Blake McCool.
Yeah, Dylan Wilson looks like he's in control, much like the previous heat races we've seen before this, kind of utilizing the top side. Only Wilson's railing it all the way around the racetrack. Blake Majulis kind of worked the bottom 3 and 4 last time. Now back upstairs through 1 and 2. Dustin Hall going to sniff the tail feathers of Majulis through 1 and 2 as they work through 3 and 4.
Yeah, working there through 3 and 4, and it looks like that 48 diving back down to the inside. Dylan Yeager trying to get around that 331 of Dustin Hall. That is a transfer spot, but we're going to get a yellow flag here. So that's going to allow the field to restack and repack. I think Tanner may be involved in this one. The 11 machine of Tanner goes around. He might have had a little bit of help, though. I think, it may have been Brendan getting into him. 22 indeed, the Brennan Weeks machine. I'm going to make a little contact. Is not sure. I didn't hear the official ruling. I've been monitoring the race control chat as I do most nights. Didn't hear what Steven made the call on. So, but you know, it's going to be interesting really because that rule, that one caution rule, man, that thing can kill you in a heartbeat, especially in a new car and a new track. Yeah, definitely new car, new track. Yeah, the one caution rule. Yeah, you get parked, one and done. That's always been the ruling there. It's unfortunate. That makes you try to keep your car clean as you can. And with these open wheel modifieds, the big block modifieds, you really want to keep it clean anyway. So it's definitely difficult. It's not something that's really easy out there. Joshua out there asking if we're live. We are live as we're watching and calling this event. There might be a 10-second delay in between this broadcast, between the broadcast and what we're putting out there. That's the way it's always been.
Well, here we go. Rack to the stack. Green flag on a turn number 4. Heat race number 4 back underway. Dylan Wilson going to go slider line through 1 and 2. Going to kill the momentum that Majulis had, and they're going to work 3 and 4. How about Dustin Hall going to shove his nose under Majulis? We've got a race for second position.
Yeah, Dustin Hall trying to get in the second spot because he knew he was on the hot seat, but man, he gave up that top groove. And the 48 propels himself into that third spot, the final transfer spot. That is Dylan Yeager. Yeager to the outside, high, wide, and handsome for the 48 machine. He's going to move into that third spot here with 2 laps to go. Can he hang on over Dustin Hall?
I believe once he used the momentum and got around Hall, it's going to be hard for Hall to fight back on the bottom. We hadn't really seen anybody be able to do it yet. Although look at Dustin Hall, he's going to dig for the third and final transfer spot. Little right side romance. Hall got it yelled out and is going to lose positions wholesale. As we come to the checkers, Dylan Wilson, Blake Majulis, and Dylan Yeager are going to make up your top 3, and those are going to be the 3 that will move on directly to tonight's A main.
Yeah, they're going to move on the rest to the consolation events. Heat race to number 5, getting ready to stack and come at you here. Just waiting for those guys to line up here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Again, thank you for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network. We appreciate each and every one of you. The star donations been flooding away out there. Tommy Rao out there, definitely say hello to him. He's been broadcast partner on the Full Velocity Race Network for one of Phil's last races, so that was fantastic of him to do that. But we're going to jump right here, the 3D Racing starting lineup here for heat race number 5, and starting on the pole, driving that number 15 machine, that'll be Ryan Flatten. And his dancing partner to the outside, the other number 15, that's the Missile, Mason Crawford. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, driving car number 70. That's Gavin Cardwell. And his dancing brother outside, driving the Rocket Setups number 33. That's Richard Murtaugh Jr. Inside row number 3 in the fifth starting spot, that's number 10 machine. That is Sean Hayes. And outside him, Gary Predmore aboard car number 30. Going to roll off position number 6. Inside row number 4 in the seventh starting spot, that is Mark Nichols in the number 60 machine, and James Miller aboard car number 59. He's going to roll off position number 8. Ninth starter, we'll see the number 05 of Joshua Abbey, and outside of him will be Luke Rosick in the number 21 machine. It's actually the 338 or 33R machine, I should say. I may have that wrong. R. So shiver me timbers.
Oh my goodness. Green flag in the air, heat number 5 underway. Flatten gonna go to the high side, takes Crawford with him. Richard the Rocket, Murtaugh, all three of those gonna be on the high side, kind of leaving Davin Cardwell down on the bottom. Cardwell gonna slide up now. They split him.
Oh yeah, Davin Cardwell trying to move up now up to the top spot as Richard Murtaugh moves into the third spot in car number 33 as Davin Cardwell goes back on the offensive, though. Down to the inside of Murtaugh. Murtaugh slams the door shut. For position number 3 is Cardwell back down to the bottom, getting all kinds of out of shape, bouncing around on the bottom of the speedway. Davin Cardwell loses a lot of ground to Richard Murtaugh.
Ryan Flatten, one upside down on the entrance of 3 and 4. I believe we're going to stay green. We'll hope for a tow there. Hope somebody went to promoter school and keeps us green. Nope, caution flag. I believe that was Joshua Abbey in the 05 car that I saw upside down entrance to turn 3.
085. 05! Yeah. Down there, another, I think Milner, I was watching him actually paint that in Discord earlier. That's a nice looking car. Sharp car.
Well, man, you look through this field, and I guess, some of these guys may have some of this background, but one guy that's for sure got some background in these modifieds is Murtaugh. It's going to be interesting to see if maybe you see any real-life transfer over into these cars, and I heard a lot of people really complimenting iRacing and saying they got it right and the way these things handle and drive.
Yeah, definitely. I got a chance to watch him win at the Thunder Mountain Speedway this year in his Sportsman modified, and definitely the same thing. It's a great, but same kind of concept, a little bit more power here in the big blocks, obviously, but he's able to transfer a lot of that, I do believe, into the big block modified here in iRacing Simulation. I'm not 100% positive, though. I haven't got a chance to really drive him, so I can't really tell you, Bradley. I would love to tell you, but yeah, controller. On the controller because my wheel is dead.
What happened to it again? The critters ate it.
The critters ate all the wires. I don't know. It was something with a mouse, something like a mouse, something. Who knows? It was in the closet, so should never put it in the closet. Never, ever.
Green flag back in the air. Heat race number 5. Flat gonna rock it out once again. Mason Crawford gonna try to reel him in. How about Mason Crawford gonna run the slider line? Richard the Rocket, though, once again gonna have to fend off a charge from Davin Cardwell as he tickled the tail feathers of the 33 car through 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway. We'll go again.
As now Murtaugh looks to the bottom here of the Missile, Mason Crawford. Rich Murtaugh trying to move in. Slide job to position number 2. Murtaugh can't seal the deal, though, off the corner. Mason Crawford with that high-low switch back to the second spot here. And he's trying to hold on to the second because he knows Davin Cardwell right there, too. 3 laps to go at the line.
Sliders and crossovers on. Oh my. As heat number 5 is going to come to a close. It'll be 2 laps to go this time by. Flatten out front on cruise control, but a dogfight 3rd through 5th. As we can, about 3rd through 4th, actually, as we continue to watch on.
As Davin Cardwell trying back down to the inside of Murtaugh. A good side-by-side battle for the third spot. Davin Cardwell now sliding up the track, makes contact with his right rear with 1 to go here. Murtaugh pointing back. Here we're going to stay with that transfer spot. Slide job by Davin Cardwell. Here comes Murtaugh back down to the inside. Here on the final lap down through the corner. Davin Cardwell back down to the inside. Can Murtaugh hang on through the corner? It's going to be Davin Cardwell at the line. Now Cardwell going to take that final transfer spot. Murtaugh not real happy with him, and I can't say I wouldn't be happy with him either.
I don't believe Murtaugh was very happy with it. You saw Murtaugh saw it coming. He tried to set him up for that crossover. Didn't really work out, but I know Murtaugh, may not have liked it, but man, from up here, what a great finish to heat race number 5.
Yeah, heat race number 5 in the books. Bradley, you get to take heat race number 6 away. Tell us where everybody's starting.
Well, Jacob Fields is going to be on the inside of row number 1. To his outside, he'll have Kendall Tucker. 1 row back from that, inside row number 2 is where you're going to find Adam Elby. To the outside of Elby will be Justin Holt in that 31 car. Chris Cristiano going to be inside row number 3. To his outside, Tanner Tomasi. 1 row back from that's where you're going to find Travis Creech. To Creech's outside, we're just going to call him Joey. And making up your 5th and final row to the inside is going to be Cody Myers. To the outside will be Ryan Harris.
Yeah, it looks like 10 cars we called for. All 10 cars out there on the speedway. 10 laps will be the distance. Top 3 will punch their ticket. The final 3 to punch their ticket in from the heat races. To punch their ticket into this A main here tonight. 50 laps at the Cedar Lake Speedway. And it's going to be interesting. The big block modifieds, the Beasts from the Northeast.
It's kind of interesting because over the past few heat races, we've seen pretty much where you start to where you're going to finish. So we're going to see if that can be the case for Jacob Fields as he'll find the loud pedal off of turn 4. Green flag in the air. This is the final heat race.
And Jacob Fields immediately to the outside there in car number 16. As more guys making some contact down there. Not sure who all was involved in that one, but they're going to keep it going as Justin Hole in that second spot in that number 311. That's another builder. Median Design, big block modified out there. The 74 of Adam Elby down to the extreme inside, trying to take over that second spot. That's Wendell Speedlab, number 74.
Through 3 and 4, they worked out and complete lap number 3. All out front, it's all Jacob Fields. Justin Holt going to give chase, but now Holt going to be under fire by Elby as they work through 3 and 4. Elby going to look for the slider. He's got it. Oh, contact.
No, more contact. Around goes some cars there, Bradley. And almost upside down goes the 55, and they keep going. Hey, fellas, the brake pedal is on these cars. As much as you don't think it is. Oh, tough break for those drivers, man. Tough break.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting as I was kind of monitoring race receivers and race chat. New car, new track, same tempers.
Yeah, that's not going to change. Short track racing at its finest.
No. Well, I believe Holt looks like he may get his spot back. At least he's lining back up in the second position as well as Elby. See if race control lets it stand right now. We continue to pace around behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck. What do you think about this track, Todd?
So far, it looks really racy. Unfortunately, I like the open setup version, though. You create a setup, and I think it would be even more racy. I think the setup's kind of locked it down to the top right now.
Yeah, I think so. Like you said, Steven's real good about, resurfacing the track if we need to, or what we're gonna see come feature time. But hey, man, I want to give a call out to iRacing because I know they caught a lot of criticism when they first started releasing the Chili Bowl and some of these other tracks. Do you know where the pits are at on this track?
On the outside.
On the outside. Green flag back in the air. Heat race number 6. Jacob Fields going to lead us down. Slide job on LB. Kendall Tucker now going to fall in line. I believe Justin Holt may have been actually sent to the pits for that last one.
Yeah, Justin Holt, definitely the guy that was involved in that one. So he's going to be moved to the pit area. The one and done rule in effect. 4 laps to go here at the line. And Chris out there, I think he's saying a lot of sewer. A lot of sewer is the pronunciation or the enunciation for Joey out there.
There we go. I sure appreciate that one. Chris is on definitely trying to get it right throughout the rest of the program. No promises though. If you saw the Wednesday night street fights last night, sometimes name and pronunciation about as stellar as my performance in that last night, or at least that's what Jack told me.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to learn, like me, to stay out of the sauce because you call people names that doesn't actually belong. So, you know, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
I guess I got it right. Look at that. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at you.
Right.
Look at you go.
I stayed out of the sauce tonight.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't call you out anymore.
You won't call me out anymore?
Till the next time you race.
Until the next time I race.
All right, we're coming out 3 and 4, and we're going to take down here heat race number 6 to Jacob Fields. Adam Elby going to finish in the second spot, and Tanner Tomasi in car number 33 going to finish up third. The final transfer spot goes to Tanner Tomasi. So the rest go to consolation events, and that's where we're going to go next here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, the main racing here, and it's actually a consolation event as they're going to take top 2 here to the A main from the D main. 12 laps will be the distance, and there is a lot of cars here in this one.
Definitely going to be some interesting things. We'll see who brought an empty stomach, able to gobble up some soup as we get set to go D-Main racing.
D-Main racing, and I'll go through the starting lineup. Since you did the last one, Bradley, that's I'll make sure I do this one. Starting lineup for 3D racing going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 25 machine. That is Zach McSwain. His dancing brother outside. That's the Hunter front number 1. That's Jesse Enterkid. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, driving the number 17 machine. That is Dixon Slinger. And his dancing brother outside, driving the number 51. That's Jacob Lassiter. Inside row number 3 in the fifth starting spot. That'll be Dakota Elsley aboard the car number 26, and Justin Hall aboard the 331 in position number 6. Seventh starter will be Darren Litterall aboard car number 68, and Brandon Weeks aboard the 22. Then you have Wade Burris and Evan Nugget, in row number 5. Row number 6 sees Bradley Stenrick in the 02 machine, and AJ in that number 56 going to roll off position number 12. 13th will be Travis Bollinger in the number 54, and Tanner Korea aboard the number 11. And that is all the cars out there that are supposed to be there. 14 cars, 13 cars answering to 13 cars. Only answering 14 were scheduled. The iRacing on flag, green flag comes out. 2 spots make it on into the A main. Well, any guesses out there, folks? Who's going to make the A main here for this consolation?
Oh, Dixon Slinger going to get up on 2 wheels down the back straightaway. Gathers her back up. Zach McSwain going to lead Jesse Enterkin through 1 and 2. Actually, Dixon Slinger, I'm sorry. New cars, new numbers. You know, man. But Dixon Slinger, false alarm for all you Slinger fans out there, as he's currently on the back bumper of McSwain as they go through 1 and 2.
Yeah, Dixon Slinger having a fantastic run. Looks down to the inside here on the 25 with Zach McSwain, and Alexander out there saying Ladusor is now how you actually say that. So some enunciations out there as a slide job by the 5 of Dixon Slinger. He takes over the race lead. Here comes McSwain back down to the bottom side. Oh, he goes around. Uke tires taking them out. Low speed, high assault Uke tires on the bottom, and those aren't the huge ones. Those ones are buried, but you flip those, and they're going to take you right around. Zach McSwain all by his selfie.
Zach?
I don't have a selfie stick. Phil stole it when he retired.
Oh, parting gift. Is that part of the severance package?
Yeah, it was part of the severance package. We'll let Phil have that. That's a selfie stick. Jack, you can do it for old time's sake. You got that down. We won't take it out. We won't take the selfie stick out. Phil should be out here watching the Big Black Honda Fest. What is wrong with him?
Maybe he's just enjoying retirement. Maybe he's big going out at the nursing home.
Yeah, he might be having his jello.
Oh, he could be having his jello.
Might be Jello time. Wonder what kind of flavor it is.
Lemon. Oh!
I don't know what to say to that one.
I don't know, man.
Oh, good thing it wasn't live.
Oh. Well, here we go. Doubled up again. The main action. 4 laps in of the 12 scheduled. Gonna be on Dixon Slinger out of turn number 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. Slinger back on the loud pedal. He's away. Zach McSwain.
It's gone.
It's gone. How about Jesse Intricate? Currently running second as he's going to fend off Dustin Hall at least through 3 and 4.
Yeah, it disappeared. Zach McSwain out of this event there. Dixon Slinger. Now you got Dakota easily in the second spot there in car number 70. That's an Alex Payne number 70 out there for those of the Northeast. Alex Payne's won a couple of races over at Dirt Slinging Outlaws, but the number 70 down to the bottom right now, holding on to that second spot.
Got her looking good through 3 and 4, although it's all Dixon Slinger right now as he begins to try to walk away from the field down the front straightaway. Rips the lip through 1 and 2. Laps winding down. It'll be 5 to go, 4 at the line.
Yeah, 4 to go at the line as it's Dixon Slinger just trying to run away and high and drive off into the sunset and punch his ticket into the A-main. Now the 331 of Dustin Hall moves into that second spot, the 22 down to the bottom of the speedway too. He's trying to make some headway. AJ in that number 22 machine, the snap-on number 22. He gets around for the third spot. Oh, upside down goes the number 70. He takes a tumble over there. Dakota Easley in the number 70 goes for a ride upside down off of turn number 4 here on the front straightaway. Yellow flag going to wave here. Looks like he's going to call a tow truck. He's going to get back to the pits. Everything A-okay for him. But man, that's dashing to his running in that third spot right there for a transfer in that position number 2. So he's going to have to go to the pits. Tough break.
That's how quick it can happen. You can go from racing for the transfer spot to transfer into the trailer. Especially around one of these little short tracks like this.
Yeah, from the penthouse to the outhouse he goes.
From the penthouse to the outhouse.
Oh yes.
From first class to the economy class next to the toilets, just like that.
And that you ever been in the next to the toilets? I haven't, but I heard it's really bad.
I've never been on an airplane.
I've been on a small plane, a prop plane. I will never go on an airplane. My feet are supposed to be on the ground. That's the way I feel. I can't be on them.
If the good Lord would have intended me to fly, he'd have gave me wings.
Yes, I agree.
That's how I look at it.
Yep. I agree. Everybody else, if you want to fly, go ahead.
Hey,
I'm perfectly
if you
fine
want
with
to fly, more power to you.
Not me. Not me. Looks like cars going single file here.
Yeah, believe me, inside of 5 to go is why we're seeing single file. Not sure pace truck going to take off. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but green flag in the air. Pace truck did about 100 down the front straightaway, but we're back underway. Dixon Slinger going to rip the lip through 3 and 4 as he tries to hold off Dustin Hall.
Yeah, Dixon Slinger right now doing a fantastic job up on the outside. White flag in the air, white silk as they come down the back straightaway here into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. It looks like Dixon Slinger going to hold on here to the first consolation event win. Second going to go to Dustin Hall. He's going to punch his ticket. The rest got to go home on the trailer.
Both of those guys, I believe, I heard Steven say just now under the race control channel that they made the A-main, so I'm not sure if we're going to see the suit tonight.
Looks like we're going to go here now into the C-main. The next race here, we'll let you take this one away here, Bradley. You can go ahead and take the consolation event number 2 away.
Well, from the inside of the front row is going to be Blake Murray to his outside and Richard the Rocket in that 33 car. To his inside of row number 2 is going to be Brennan Price. To the outside will be Sean Hayes. Riggio's going to make up the inside of row 3. To his outside, we'll see James Miller. Landon Camp's going to be inside of row number 4. To his outside, Mark Chanels. West Wing. West will be, yeah. Tough. I'll tell out there correct my grammar earlier. It messed me up. But then, nonetheless, Luke Rakowski will be to the outside of row number 5. Row number 6 will see J.R. Taylor and Gary Predmore. Jared Reeves and Joshua Abbey going to make up the 14-car C main event as green flags in the air. Blake Murray going to find the loud pedal. We're off and away.
Yeah, off and away down into corner number 1, and on the outside is the Rocket Richard Murtaugh trying to get it all tuned up and trying to get around that number 58 machine of Blake Murray. Murray right now holding on to the top spot. Murtaugh holding on to the final transfer spot. He knows he don't want to be there long, though. It's a little bit safer, maybe out the way.
Oh, ballpark! Holy cow!
That, we talk about pilot's license. I think he got one. Who was that?
Not sure who it was. Out of the ballpark, and we're going to stay green. Holy cow, somebody go check on the spectators outside of turns 1 and 2.
Number 0 machine. Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes.
He hit the right rear on that tire and just went up and over, and he landed on top of the fence post in between them there, right through his car.
New leader is going to be Richard Murtaugh out of turn number 4 as they work side by side through 1 and 2. Blake Murray seems to have the bottom rolling, and I don't know about you, Todd, but I was watching the D-main, and you know, the bottom looks like maybe as the track started to slicken off and started to equal back out, maybe the bottom's going to be an option. You see a few guys going down there.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few guys go down to the bottom of the speedway. If you're looking at everything, it looks like they're up on the top of the speedway. It looks like it's starting, like you said, slicking off there. The cushion's getting closer and closer to the wall, but yellow flag going to fly here. We're going to slow these guys back down, restack, and repack the field. As I think who is involved in this one, James Miller maybe, in car number 59?
Number
22.
We're going to come to a creeping halt here on the front straightaway.
Ooh. Into the number 29 machine. Hopefully Jack can show that here. The J-Max Journey, J-Max Strong instant replay as the number 22 gets into the back of the 29 and the 66 goes around. Kind of a chain reaction incident there.
Well, everybody's battling hard. Everybody wants to make those top 2 transfer spots, and the lap's winding down as cross flags are going to be into the air once we go back green here.
Looking at these cars, man.
Yeah, they're great looking cars, as I believe we're going to see somebody else retire. I just heard Steven say that we're under the 1 caution rule still. Green flag back in the air. Mertz on to the lead. Blake Murray going to try to pin off Landon Caps. Here comes Caps on the bottom. Through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Landon Caps definitely trying to make his way in here in that number 69 machine down to the bottom of the speedway. Trying to get around the number 31 who's on the outside currently. And that's Brendan Price. Price right now rim riding around the racetrack. And that number 31 machine can't pull it off though so far. He hits the outside retaining wall. You don't want to make too much love for the outside wall. That definitely hurts these open wheel big block modifieds, and you can see him go backwards now. Bainwhile back up front. Richard Murtaugh trying to run away and hide. Thought he should have had to qualify through the heat race. He's using all that anger to pull away.
Yeah, Murtaugh's running the slider line to perfection through 3 and 4, utilizing the high side all the way around 1 and 2 as you see him do it once again. Blake Murray, meanwhile, is just going to run the cush through 3 and 4. Landon Cap still on the hunt as he's going to try to take the transfer spot away from Murray through 1 and 2.
Yeah, Richard Murtaugh right now, just like I said, running away and hide. Blake Murray right now running in the second spot, so we'll keep an eye out on the 58. Definitely Landon Cap's trying to run him down, but I think he's going to run out of time here. We're on the final lap through 1 and 2. As we come down that back straightaway, Richard Murtaugh Jr. pulls it off into turns 3 and 4 down on the bottom. And just kind of slow putting it down there, and he's going to take down the consolation event number 2 in that number 33 machine. Blake Murray going to finish up second. Third is going to go to Landon Caps. He's going to be 1 spot out. So Murray and Murtaugh punch their ticket to the A main.
Caps and a host of others going to transfer to the trailer here in the inaugural running of the Big Block Modifieds on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Well, man, we're almost halfway through this program now, a little over halfway through. What do you think so far, Todd? As we finally got to see this track wear under a race condition.
It's nice. I think it's starting to come in for the guys who want to run the bottom. And the top is still there, but it's really treacherous. It's slick there, and it looks like the guys hitting the right rear tire off the wall that were trying to find the bite. They go for rides right up and over that wall.
Yeah, definitely so. And, you know, the cushion, like you said, the cushion's just getting closer and closer to that wall, and it's almost right up on the wall. And, you know, it's what I've always liked to call, once that cushion gets up there right along the wall, you're running that thin line, and that thin line between being fast and being wrecked.
Yeah, it could be very catastrophic in these modifieds. I watched some of you guys race them the other night, and when you got into that wall, it seems like it grabs you and just hooks you. The same way with the inside wall. It just seems like all that stuff definitely hooks you, and it's definitely a bad night for you once you do that. So you got to hit that line each and every time here as we get ready for the final consolation event of the evening. 2 more drivers, the final 2 drivers, make it on in here to the A main. On the pole is Cruz Gaudel. Outside of him will be Kendall Tucker. Inside the next row, C.J. Howell with Ryan Harris to his outside. Chase Hardy in the 116 machine. Then Travis Creech. Daniel Worthington the next row back, and Chris Cristiano in the 8th spot. Brett Rolls and Cody Myers. And Joseph Garcia and Joey out there. Justin Sizemore, Justin Holt, and Scooter Black round out your field. The Irish got like green flag is out. 12 laps will be your distance here in consolation event number 3.
The final one before we go A main racing. Everybody going to want to try to punch their ticket. They hurry, they scurry through 3 and 4 out of turn number 4. It's going to be Cadell leading the first lap in the B main.
Yeah, trying to set cruise control is that number 50 of Cruz Gaudel in that number 50. Again, like I said, he's all over the track right now, just kind of running that slider line, as you call it there, Bradley. I call it all over the track, but it is a slider line here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. The 00 of Kendall Tucker, the double knot running in that second spot, holding on to the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, down on the bottom, that is Chase Hardy in that number 1 machine. I think he's down on the bottom there, that yellow car. It says 116. But I believe it's the number, it's not even either one of them. It is actually the 116. It looked like the numbers are actually together and it said 85 on it, but it's actually the 116.
Yeah, it's definitely a good-looking car. The numbers caught me in a heat race. That's the cool part about this new car is you're getting to see a lot of designers put their flair on it. And I've seen a lot of good-looking race cars through this race program tonight.
Good-looking cars out there, to each their own. Danny Holman out there saying their cars out there. But, hey, when you're from the Northeast, I'm going to tell you, fella, they're the best out here. So, kudos to your opinion. I appreciate it. Kudos.
Yep. Caudell's going to use the high side through green 4. He almost hopped the cushion last time, but we'll see what he can do as they work their way down the back straightaway. Right now, T and Kendall Tucker kind of on check out from the field as Chase Hardy continues to dig the bottom, but man, I just don't think the bottom's there yet as you see Cadell and Tucker get further and further out the windshield.
Yeah, those guys trying to run away and hide, and it looks pretty good there for Cruz and Kendall. Cruz was one of the final entries out there as they come down the back straightaway here with the 00 Kendall Tucker right there too. He's been running a lot of sprint cars. Haven't seen him a lot on the late model scene as we've been broadcasting, but I've seen a lot of them over on the sprint cars, racing those in the 00 machine. As Cruz got out right now, 3 to go at the line.
How about C.J. Howell right now? He's going to do a little crossover on Hardy as they work down the back straightaway. C.J. Howell up into 3rd. If we get a late race caution, boys, we could have a whole new battle for that transfer spot with Howell in 3rd.
Slider almost there, engaged by the double knot of Kendall Tucker trying to get around Cruz Gardell, and I think I would just be content to sit there and ride and punch my ticket into the A main. White flag is out. Cruz trying to go to a win here in consolation event number 3.
They're going to work around the top shelf of 1 and 2, now down into 3 and 4. Gardell going to use the run. He's going to pick up your win. Second will be Kendall Tucker. Those are going to be your final 2 transfers into tonight's 50-lap A main.
50-lap A main, and it's been a fantastic show so far here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And folks, don't go away here. You want to make sure you stay tuned here for the Big Block Modifieds, the Beasts from the Northeast here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Don't know if we're going to have any time here in between the consolations. Big thank you to Kentucky, the Kentucky Dirt League out there that put on some big shows here over the iRacing community. Tonight, the Kentucky Dirt Big Block Showdown here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Appreciate Drew Hopkins and everybody that's done that for us. Got a hold of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Kind of a last minute thing, but man, they're putting on a whale of a show here tonight, and 125 big ones go here to the winner tonight. And I believe 10th through 15th, I think is $15. So you get up to 15th, you can get your money back that you paid to enter in. That is great too. Is that they're going to do a little bit of warm up, Brandon. So we're going to take a brief pause, get ourselves a drink, and we'll be back at you here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And we're back here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And Rich Birdsall out there saying the track is blacker than the Outlaw 200 at Fulton Speedway. I agree with you. I agree with you. Fulton normally gets black. That's really black here after everything going on here in the heat races. But we're going to get locked and loaded here for the A main feature here at the Cedar Lake Speedway, the Kentucky Dirt Big Block Showdown. The 3D Racing starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 27. That'll be Colton Davis and his dancing partner on the outside, driving the number 38, the all-white number 38. That's Cole Caree.
1 row back from that to the inside, we're going to find heat race number 2 winner Joe Berkeley. To his outside will be Dylan Wilson.
Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot, that's Ryan Flatten aboard car number 15, and Jacob Fields aboard the number 16. Rolling out P6.
1 row back from that's where you're going to find Shad Prescott in the 14 car to the inside of Trevor Fitz.
Jerry Filippo in car number 13, going to roll off position number 9, and Blake Majulis to his outside in car 127.
Mason Crawford in the 15 car is going to make up the inside of the next row. To his outside, the 49 of Adam Elby.
Logan Rumsey and J.D. Brown make up row 7.
1 row back from that, so we're going to find John Ruggio Jr. and to his outside, Dylan Yeager.
Gavin Cardwell and Tanner Tomasi make up row number 9.
Dixon Slinger, Richard Murtaugh Jr. make up row number 10.
Cruz Cardell and Justin Hall make up the 12th row, or 11th row is the iRacing Guy flag. Green flag is out. Cedar Lake Speedway and Blake Murray and Kendall Tucker round out your rest of your field, and we are racing here. Yellow flag laps do not count. 50 laps will be the distance. Colton Davis right now is your race leader. Is blinking in and out there. It's going to make it rather difficult. The number 27 between the number 9 down to the inside. That is Cole Cabrera right there in the number 38 to the outside of the number 9.
How about Joel Berkeley? He won a heat race. Now he's going to try to bring one home to Australia in the A main. As he digs the bottom once again, you're seeing him top to bottom, basement to the attic. 1 and 2 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4.
Yeah, fantastic racing all over the speedway here. A good racing track here at the Big Block Modified. The Beast from the Northeast, the number 9 down to the inside. Joel Berkeley there trying to get around the number 38. They're blinking just a tad bit there again. The number 9, all duct tape, Rusty's number 9 machine. Really trying to work over the 38 of Joe Berkeley. Berkeley on the outside, the 41 right there. Dylan Wilson and Ryan Flatten now getting involved.
A lot of action all the way through the racetrack, and it's all happening behind race leader Colton Davis. He's checked out. Give him about 4/10 of a second to that side by as he works the top shelf through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, working the top shelf right now. That number 38 machine doing a fantastic job. Same way with the 41 of Dylan Wilson. Then you have the 16 way up on the outside too of Jacob Fields. He was flirting with disaster with the wall. The 14 of Shad Prescott also on the top shelf of the speedway. Those guys trying to really roll the top there, trying to get up on the cushion. They're trying to find that moisture. Right now, they're not going anywhere. They're pretty much at a stalemate.
And she's flicked from the top to the bottom, basement to the attic, and these guys using every inch of this racetrack right now as Colton Davis going to lead Cabaret coming around to complete lap number 8, going to start working on lap number 9.
And lap number 9, as you said there, is the number 9 down to the inside once again. Phil Gabri trying to hold on to that second spot, but Berkeley still trying it on the bottom side of the speedway, trying his best down there, catfishing it. Here comes the 41, trying to split the difference up through the middle. Dylan Wilson trying to go right through the middle, the meat between the sandwich, and he's not going to be able to do anything yet, but man, not going away. He's running that middle group to perfection.
How about Berkeley? He's now going to slide up and take the middle line away. Now Dylan Wilson's going to look at the bottom. Berkeley going to shut the door down the back straightaway once again. The battle for second and third starting to heat up. Now we're going to throw another car of Jacob Fields in the mix. Cover these cars with a Dixie napkin off in turn 4.
Meanwhile, Colton Davis is running away and hiding, checked out on the field here on lap 12 of 50. So 38 laps still remain. The number 9 machine still looking to try to pick up that second spot. Man, these guys all pretty much grouped together so far. Joe Berkeley right there. We got the 16 of Jacob Fields, the 41 machine of Dylan Wilson. Those guys all up in arms here, battling it out, duking it out for every inch of real estate they got right now. Even Trevor Fitz starting to catch these guys in the number 28 machine.
I'm telling you right now, you know, through the heat races, the consolation, you kind of wondered, where are we going to see the single file freight train on the top? And it looks like right now, guys trying to make up their mind. Berkeley's kind of been the homesteader on the bottom, as now it looks like Bill's going to work around him with the 38 car of Cabaret. But like you said, man, Colton Davis right now, I've been monitoring his time, and they're anywhere from 1/10 to 2/10 faster than the field.
Yeah, he's definitely put in the work right now. Like you said, yellow flag going to come out here on lap 15 of 50, so 35 laps remain. Our first yellow flag of the evening here, the Milner Media and Design yellow flag. And I'm not sure who was involved in that one. It looks like Blake Murray may be involved in that one.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either. I've usually got a track map up, because this is a brand new track, what I use to monitor that. Hadn't been able to see, but I believe listening to race control right now. Yeah, Dylan Yeager, that's what race control said. It looked like it was going to be Dylan Yeager. We'll see if he goes tailback.
Yeah, Dylan Yeager involved that one. I agree.
We're going to get racked, stacked, ready to refire. I believe we'll go green out of board this time. Colton Davis going to have the field under control. If anybody had a shot at him, this may be one of the best chances to take, as Cole Cabaret going to fire along with him, but it's going to be Colton Davis finding the loud pedal first. Green flag back in the air, high side of the bottom, through 1 and 2 they go down the back straightaway. Yeah,
everybody's fanning out there as the 16 had a good restart there. 16 of Jacob Fields down to the bottom of the speedway. Big thank you out there to, again, Danny Oman out there. 1,000 stars sent by him, so it's awesome as everything goes through here, getting the star donations come through here at the Full Velocity Race Network. Appreciate everyone tuning in, but that number 27 of Colton Davis still holding on. As yellow flag going to come back out. We're going to slow him back down and restack back the field.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what the wreck was for. I saw one car go around in 3 and 4, but man, I was just going to say, Joe Berkeley, our Australia native, almost found trouble as the caution was coming out. He had another car get together, and he did a heck of a job to hang on to it.
Yeah, trying to look there. Maybe the 44 involved in that too.
I believe that's a good possibility. Not exactly sure. I'm monitoring race control right now to see who we're going to put this one on.
13 looks like he blinked out there.
Gonna be called a racing deal.
It looked like a lot of bad net code there.
They're actually telling Flippo right now that 13 car that the blinking may be becoming an issue. Green flag back in the air. Colton Davis gonna lead us to it, although here comes Jacob Fields on the bottom.
And Jacob Fields really trying to make that bottom work there, and he's not going to give it up. He's definitely trying to do something different than the race leaders are doing.
Berkeley and Dylan Wilson going to trade some shots. Now right side romance from Berkeley. Oh, both drivers going to get a warning, and now Berkeley going to go around. Parking lot in the 3 and 4. Boys, I saw them pushing and shoving, and you got to think this ain't going to end well for anybody.
And Trevor Fitz got into the inside there, got into Joe Berkeley, and then Berkeley got up into the 41, and Alan Malby was involved in that one too. I mean, they were all making contact over there. There was so much contact. I don't know who you would actually call that one on, but some aggressive maneuvers there here early on in the going, I would call it, here on lap number 19 of 50. So we still have 31 laps left, and those guys just fighting like it's the last lap here.
I'm going to tell you right now, I said it during the Gobbler, I'm going to say it again tonight. The one person I don't envy in any of this is race control, because, man, that's hard racing. But at the same time, you got to make some of those calls sometimes going to be unfavorable, so it's going to be interesting to see. Looks like Dylan Wilson going to be given the EOL penalty here from race control.
Yeah, definitely a lot of contact going on there, so that's tough there for Dylan Wilson. We'll see if he's going to make it back up through the field here. As it looks like some more contact being made over there. I'm not sure what that was all about. That's what your O was.
Joel Berkeley was also given an EOL. I believe they're going to call aggressive driving on both drivers. Dylan Wilson has taken the 41 car to the pits and retired it from the event.
Yeah,
well, green flag back in the air. Colton Davis, one guy who's not retiring from the event, but looking to check out on the field. Although Colton Cabaret may have found his second win. He's going to rip the lip through 1 and 2 with Davis, and they're going to go racing down the back straightaway.
Yeah, and they're going 3 and 4 wide right there behind them with Trevor Fitz, Shad Prescott right there, Adam Allaby, the 15, and Ryan Flatten up on the outside of the speedway, trying to make things happen too. They're still 3 wide battling it out there. And there is a lot more racing than everybody thinks there is. Just the guy up front, Colton Davis, is definitely faster. He's got things figured out, but these guys really racing like it's the final lap here, and it's good to see it out there 2 wide here at the Cedar Lake Speedway.
Sonny, we saw 2 green wide. We thought 4 wide for a second. I believe everybody thought better of it as they continue to race around. How about Trevor Vince? He's going to try to come into the picture now, maybe start to challenge Fields for a third, and there were 3 wide off of 2. Now back to 2 wide, top to the bottom, basement to the attic. Fans, this is big block action at its finest.
Yeah, it's been fantastic here so far as we're watching now. I'm watching the number 15, Ryan Flatten and Trevor Fitz go at it there. That is a battle for the 5th and 4th spot there. As these guys work over the bottom, work the middle, work the top. Flatten way up on the extreme outside is the 16 of Jacob Fields right there too. Those guys all pretty much in tow. Is Flatten now trying to go up through the middle too, and that number 15 machine, that door closes shut there. Here comes the other 14. Well, that is Shad Prescott down to the inside.
I was just going to say, don't count out Shad Prescott right now as he starts to work his way into this top 5 battle. Because I know firsthand, I've raced with him quite a few times. Shad Prescott knows when to get the elbows up, maybe when to throw one. As the laps start to wind down, we're going to be inside to 25 to go, looking at 23 to go this time.
Yeah, 23 laps remaining here for Colton Davis, who showed the quick way around so far. Nobody's really challenged him yet. We'll see if anybody's going to have anything for him in that number 27 machine. 38, Cole Cabri right there running in that second spot. Still third, Jacob Fields. Trevor Fitz running in the fourth spot. Fifth, there's still a battle between Shad Prescott and Brian Flatten. And Prescott now going to make quick work of Flatten. He moves inside the top 5 in the 5th spot. The 74 of Adam Elby now goes to work on Flatten. Elby now up to 6th.
We're on board the 15 car right now as you get to see great action from the cockpit around the Cedar Lake Speedway.
Seeing all that great action around the speedway so far here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. As these guys really definitely trying something different up front. Cole Cabri right down to the inside. I thought those implement tires down on the bottom are going to take him around and take that left front out from underneath him as he got dangerously low to the bottom, and he's doing it again as he's running right through the bottom portion of the track. They're trying to find moisture, trying to find something different, as Colton Davis right now is pretty much cleaning the clock of every one of these drivers out there.
Yeah, you say they're trying to find some moisture right now, but if you look at this racetrack throughout the race program, it looks entirely different than what we started with. As right now, she's dry slick from the top to the bottom as Cabaret works the top shelf through 1 and 2 behind Davis. Now Davis going to take it to the bottom, work the middle slider line. They start to fan out behind him once again, but Colton Davis still consistently one of the fastest cars on the racetrack throughout this entire event.
And Colton Davis definitely doing his number out there in car number 27. Again, Cole Cabri running in that second spot. Jacob Fields running third, a solid third spot there for the 16 machine. It's now Shad Prescott sets sail there, trying to pull us maybe a slider over here on Jacob Fields. Fields able to hold on here for just a little bit. But I tell you what, Shad Prescott definitely faster as these guys edge on, and Colton Davis starting to slow down a little bit too. The fastest cars out there on the track, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh.
You've got to wonder right now if you're Colton Davis, you kind of stretched it out on the field once again. You had the field in hand throughout this whole event. Do you keep running that extreme high line and bouncing it off the cushion, or maybe you start looking for something a little more conservative?
Yeah, looking for something a little bit more conservative. I don't know. I want to be conservative. I don't want to take any chances. And right now, if you take that chance, you could cost yourself a win or even a top 5 for that matter. So Colton Davis-wise, I would be trying to settle it in, keep these guys back.
Well, he's not running the top shelf all the way around the racetrack anymore, as caution flag's going to fly. Hey, Todd, throw conservative out the window because we're fixing to bunch them all back right back up.
And somebody's going to have to do something, I do believe, here on one of these restarts to make this happen. Yeah, just definitely, the way Colton Davis has been fast all evening long, that's where I got to say he's going to have to do.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to maybe try to pull the slider, slow his momentum down, take his line away from him, something. Because he's definitely had it on the field. But hey, give a shout out, Shad Prescott started 7th. He's up about 4 spots to 3rd. Big shout out to Adam Elby, currently one of the biggest movers inside the top 10, as he's up 6 spots from 12th to 6th. Evan Cardwell, though, he's up from 17th to 8th. So definitely, we saw in the heat races kind of single file follow the leader, and definitely some guys been able to make some moves throughout so far, what we've seen in this A main.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We did get a confirmation that Drew Hopkins did say the whole field is getting paid out here in the A main instead of the 10th through 15th. They had so many cars register that's what they're going to do, pay the whole field back. So you take that green flag, everybody gets some money back here tonight. So kudos to these drivers as they've been out there busting their rears, busting their toes. Here is the iRacing flag. Green flag comes out. We have 12 laps to decide as Colton Davis hammered down in the corner. Man, everybody jumping in his grave.
How
Really
about
quickly, look
that?
at the 38 machine.
There it
His
is.
new race leader, the 38 of Cole Cabri.
Cole Cabaret, he took the line away, got a great restart. Now he's going to find the point. Chad Prescott now going to put Cole Davis back under fire. You know, it's going to be interesting to see, Todd. Oh! Davis going to give Prescott the bumper as they work through 3 and 4. But what I was going to say is it's going to be interesting to see, because this is something Colt Davis hasn't seen all night, and that's the back of another car.
Yeah, Colton Davis now is the 38 is your race leader, Cole Cabri. 14 of Chad Prescott running in that second spot. Third is Trevor Fitz, and Fitz right now, the 27 of Colton Davis trying to get back there. Oh, contact! And those guys running pretty well. That leaves the door wide open for Mr. Fields right there. And Jacob Fields moves into third.
Right side romance from Davis to Fitz. We'll see if Fitz gives it back. He's going to throw the slider, kind of get muscled around. I'm telling you right now, the electricity's just amped up a little bit as we're inside of 10 laps to go, and the aggression has too. Oh, contact!
Lots of contact.
Davis grew up in there and just, I don't want to say he just dumped him, but those guys have been exchanging blows for quite a few laps now, and Trevor Fitt's going to get the worst end of it this time.
Colton Davis has to be really, really frustrated. He led a ton of laps here, and to have everything go away like that, watching Colton Davis come here through the corner, and it looks like he was on the outside. Doesn't look like he was really happy. He just full songed it right into the turns and got into the back of Trevor Fitz.
Yeah, I believe Colton Davis is probably going to be awarded the EOL here as pulls to the top of the racetrack.
You can't be too happy, I'm going to tell you that.
No, you can't be too happy, but once again, I mean, Cole Cabaret got a great restart and was able to take that line away. You know, we said right before that happened that maybe what you have to see somebody do to get out in front of him.
Yeah, and that's what they did, is he took the line away. We'll see what's going to happen here. It looks like single file restart here. Chad Prescott was starting to work over that number 38 machine.
Well, Colton Davis has just been escorted from the racetrack. I heard from race control it was deemed intentional wrecking. So Colton Davis, who led most of this event and maybe still had a shot, Timber going to get the best of him. He's going to see his night come to end prematurely.
Definitely. Colton Davis not real happy, like you said, and now going to be escorted out of the server. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 here this evening. Cedar Lake, it's actually $125 they're going to collect here tonight. But yeah, he was sitting in that catbird seat with $125 right there in his grasp, and now it's gone.
Well, here we go. Green flag in the back in the air. Somebody's going to have to win this thing, and it looks like Cole Cabaret is going to get a great jump, finds the loud pedal earlier than everybody else as they work through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. But Todd, I told you one guy who can get up on the wheel and get it done. He's currently running second. That's Chad Prescott.
Yeah, Chad Prescott right up on that wheel too. He's right there behind Cole Cabaret. The 5 to go now is with 6 to go now, 5 to go. As Chad Prescott, that Fury number 14, looks to the inside. Here comes the 16 also of Jacob Fields. Fields going to try everything he can. 4 to go here at the line, and look at Chad Prescott driving it in deep into turns 1 and 2.
Prescott going to do a little knocking on the door. Cabaret going to shut it on him in 1 and 2. We'll see what happens in 3 and 4 as Prescott still got that left right front to that left rear. Now he's going to give him a little bit of breathing room, and that opens the door for Jacob Fields on the exit of 2.
And now Jacob Fields down to the inside as we come down here into turns 3 and 4. And Chad Prescott goes way up to the top shelf of the speedway. Look at the momentum he built. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around the Cedar Lake Speedway with the big block modifieds.
Well, it's migrated down to the bottom once again. Everybody but Prescott as he went searching on the cush for a little speed. He's going to do it again through 3 and 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go.
One final shot. Does the 14 of Chad Prescott have anything for Cole Cabaret? Down the back straightaway for the final time. He pulls off into turns 3 and 4. Nothing going to be had. The 38 of Cole Cabaret off of turn number 4. Going to take down the win here with the Kentucky Dirt Big Block Modified Showdown at the Cedar Lake Speedway here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Second go to Chad Prescott, Jacob Fields for 3. Adam Elby and Devin Cardwell Gonna round out your top 5.
Man, I'm telling you, great addition as Cabaret starts to celebrate into 1 and 2. But man, if everybody was doubting the addition of these cars into the iRacing.com server, I believe these guys just gave you quite a few reasons why it was a perfect addition.
Yeah, and I really hope iRacing does not mess with them. I hope they're watching out there.
Oh yeah,
I really hope.
if you're watching right now and if you work in that iRacing office and you have somehow found the Full Velocity Racing Network tonight, please leave them alone.
Yeah, they're fantastic, as everybody has said here. They put on a whale of a show here tonight. The Big Block Modifieds, as Cedar Lake Speedway's Bill Brady parks himself down here in Cedar Lake Victory Lane. We're going to take that brief pause for the cause. Hopefully, everybody will make it over here to Team Speak, and we'll be able to interview our top 3 drivers live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Be back at you. And welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network. We have a couple of guys in here. We have in the house Shad Prescott, Cole Cabri. We'll make sure we get to Cole here in just a moment as Bradley Wilson makes his long walk down to tonight's winner. But I'm down here with, from D1RT, Shad Prescott, driving the number 14 machine here tonight. And, man, from 7th to 2nd, a good race, man. And it looked like you had a car there. I think 5 more laps. It might have been a different story up front. What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't need that last caution. I kind of had it where I wanted to be right there. I think we could have had a much better race, and my chance of winning was going to be a lot higher without the yellow. And then when that yellow come out with 4 or 5 laps left, I knew that it was just going to take too long to set it up. And then he moved the top and kind of threw me off, and just ran out of time.
It looks like just the time was of the essence there as the closing laps came in. But like you said, you had a fast piece here tonight going around the track. Tell us about this track, man. With these big block modifieds and everything that was going on, the track looked really slick out there. Was that the case? How did you adapt with this car, brand new car, to the simulation and then a brand new track? How did you adapt to this?
Yeah, iRacing did a good job with the big block and the new track. I mean, they raced really well, and so far it seems like you can run just about any line you want to. I mean, there's no one dominant line most of the time, and as far as the car goes, you just got to be smooth with it, and if you're smooth, you'll figure it out pretty soon.
I was telling everybody, being from the Northeast up here in upstate New York, watching the modifieds as I grew up, watching them go to town. They do. A lot of people say the similarities between a sprint car and a big block modified are pretty close there. You do have that solid front axle there to keep it off. But how does their transition go here? I know you've been racing in the late models. You race sprint cars. But I seen you a ton in the late models here early on in iRacing here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But how did the transition go from racing one of those type of cars here to coming to this big block modified, Chad?
Well, I hadn't been on a whole bunch here lately, so I really wasn't used to how them cars drove. So when I got back on yesterday, it just kind of, I didn't have any bad habits from them two cars, but judging off of the way this car drives, there's nothing similar to them. I mean, there's a lot you'd have to adapt to run one of these versus a modified or a late model, I think.
All right, Shad, before I let you go, I'll give you that microphone one last time. Just wanted a little bit of insight there from a D1, the RT guru here. Give you the microphone, let you think who would like to take you live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys over at D1RT and Eddie Livingston, all them guys, you guys for the great broadcast, and Drew Hopkins for putting this deal on for us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home second tonight, driver of the D1RT number 14 machine here tonight, Shad Prescott. Taking down second here tonight. We'll move on down. It doesn't look like we're going to have third. I don't know if we're going to have third here this evening. I don't know if he has it here, but we'll move it on down to Bradley Wilson, who is probably going to take a bath down there in the lake after this interview, but we'll let him have at it down in Victory Lane. Bradley, take it away.
Well, we're down here in Victory Lane, the Cedar Lake Speedway, with tonight's big winner, Cole Cabaret. Cole, great race. You started second. Didn't really ever fall any further back than that. Tell us a little bit about the track change throughout this 50 laps and how you were able to get it done.
Yeah, the track changed a lot. It went from banging the fence down, going in 1 and 2, and then once they're at the end, it got down to the bottom there, and it was just different. You had to be patient with it. These big blocks, you want to drive them as straight as possible, so you just had to be patient.
I've definitely heard a lot of compliments, per all the people who drove them to iRacing about, they really nailed this big block and this new racetrack. What did you think about it?
It's perfect. When do you see a fixed setup race, run like this when we're all in a big pack for that many laps and racing clean and hard, and it's fun. These cars are fun. This track's awesome, and iRacing did a really good job.
Well, I told everybody coming to one of those final restarts, I said, man, if somebody's going to be able to outwheel Colton Davis, it's going to happen, I think, on a restart, be able to take that line away. Did that really play a factor into getting out front and being able to check out?
Yeah, because once you're the leader, you can kind of control where everyone else is running behind you. Colton, if he just got a good jump, he would have set sail. But I knew that restart, I had to do something. It was coming down, the laps were winding down, so I had to try something on the restart, and it worked. I think we got into it going down in 1 just a tad bit, but if you're the leader, you can kind of control what everyone does behind you.
You definitely, once you were out front, started to set sail on them. Looked like it was smooth sailing from there. Going to pick up the big check tonight. Hey, before we let you get out of here, celebrate with the team, who do you want to give a shout out to?
iRacing, you guys put it on. It's just a thank you to Drew, everyone. It's a fun night, and can't wait to do it again.
Well, Todd, that's from the BladeNode.com Victory Lane. That's your winner tonight, Cole Cabaret.
Yeah, what a fantastic race here tonight. These guys putting on one whale of a show with the big block modifieds. The beast from the Northeast, as Shane Andrews would call him up here, and definitely appreciate everyone tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network for all the star donations that came here tonight. Definitely appreciate that. Bradley, appreciate you coming aboard here. Kind of a last minute kind of gig here for all of us here, for that matter. Jack itself pushing all the controls. I know it's past his bedtime, and Brad, appreciate you joining up here. First big block modified race. We get to call it together. Hey, the future is I guess is going to be I think priceless. I'm going to put a word on that. It's going to be priceless.
Future's bright, man.
And it's promising, but I'm going to say priceless because I think we're going to have some great moments.
Yeah, I definitely do. Man, once again, you can't say enough about the this new edition of car and track. I was kind of skeptical at first about the big blocks, simply because from Oklahoma, these are kind of foreign and not the modifieds I'm used to seeing. But man, after watching tonight's action and the show these guys put on, hats off to not only iRacing for the great car and track, but all the guys tonight that competed, even those guys that maybe not made the show. It was a great night of racing all the way throughout.
Yeah, it's definitely a great night of racing. Appreciate, like I said, once again, everyone for tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network, all of our sponsors, Milner Design and Media, that is a great help, I should say, with all the graphics and different things that goes on with him. JP Designs, another guy that does a lot of work for us. BladeNode.com, appreciate those guys. iRacing, iFly, Jeff Brown. Who can forget Jeff Brown? I mean, Voiles Trucking wasn't an old sponsor, but we appreciate them still. Journey J Max Strong, South Texas Speedway, 3D Racing, the official sponsor here of our starting lineup. Everything that's happened here. Thank you once again to Kentucky Dirt for having the Full Velocity Racing Network alive again. So until then, I think our next race is going to be Sunday. Yep, indeed, it's going to be Sunday. I won't be here because I've been mandated, but I won't be here. But definitely, we're still going to have it. So we'll be there one way or another. Sunshine, rain, snow, sleet, whatever. But on behalf of Jack, pushing all the controls, making all the magic happen down in the broadcast booth, and Bradley Wilson, my partner in crime here tonight, I'm Todd Stanton signing off, wishing you all a good night and have a great weekend, folks, from the Full Velocity Race Network.